Hey YouTube, it is Jack again with Toy Dojo, and today we're taking an early look at the newest Leader Class Timed Return figure, 6-Shot with the Decepticon revolver. So, looking at us in front, you see the box of 6-Shot. You see 6-Shot over to the left there, and his box is just like your standard box you've seen in the past. Up here it says 6 modes. On the back, it shows 6-Shot in his robot mode. It shows him in his tank mode, airplane mode. I'm not sure exactly what that is. It doesn't say anywhere on the box or in the instructions, but I think it's supposed to be like either a boat or a submarine or something. I don't know exactly what it's supposed to be. And then down here is like a vehicle mode here. The AC just kicked on, so I'm going to talk a little bit louder. And then a winged wolf mode right there. So those are the 6 official modes. There is a 7th one that I know for sure. There's like maybe a 7.5, because this one you can kind of alter it just a little bit to make it look a little bit different as wolf mode there. And so possibly like maybe even an 8th mode. I mean, who knows? There could be so many modes. It just depends on how you want to deal with it. So for sure there are 6 officially. There are 7 because I know one of them that they don't show here. We'll get into that. And then, like I said, that's 7.5. We'll talk about that. So there he is. Before I get any further, I do want to say that Toy Dojo will be having a giveaway. And they are going to be giving away one of these 6-Shots here. So I'm going to talk a little bit about it at the end of the video here. So it's going to be a long video. Make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video there. We're going to go over him. We're going to talk a little bit about the giveaway. I'll actually have a video. Hopefully everything goes right. I will have it out tomorrow, which will be Monday here in the United States. And it'll be November 28th. So I'll have that video out and just kind of tell you how you can possibly win. And what you can win. Like I said, you're going to have 6-Shot. And then we're going to try and do another one a little bit later down the road. So stay tuned for that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show him all his modes off. I also want to show him with Terminus Hexatron, who I have, and then also G1 6-Shot. So we're going to show all of that off. So like I said, it'll be a longer review, but I think it'll be worth it. So hang tight. And I don't know if I said it already, but as I go into his, and if I didn't, as I go into transformations, I'm going to start with this one first, then this one, then this one, then jump into maybe the 7th mode, and then this one, and then that one, and then kind of show off how that one kind of be modified a little bit. So here we go. We're going to pull that box away. Get that out of the way there. And then as far as what comes in the box besides 6-Shot here himself, he has a little bio card like standard, and we've seen these a lot. So you got this bio card here. You see his stats on the back right there. He also comes with an instruction sheet, and the instruction sheet for him is huge. I mean, there it is. You open it up, and there it is even more. You open it up, there it is even more, and then again, even more, and even more. So it is about a 10 by 16, I would say, page full of transformation instructions, and that's not including the back. On the back you have the exact same thing back here. So it's a large instruction sheet. Obviously they're having to put 6 different modes into one sheet, so that's why it's such a large sheet. And then here at the bottom you can see where all the leader classes fit with Fortress. So looks like this is the Autobot side here. That's the Decepticon side. You can put Soundwave onto Fort Max, and then 6-Shot connects to Soundwave to connect to him. So we get this huge base when it's all said and done. So there's that. Really cool. And let me put this away. Alrighty, let's get into him. So here he is in front of us, and I think they did a really good job. Honestly, I think this is probably their best leader class figure in this Titan line. Maybe even, I wouldn't say, well, I don't know, he might be even better than Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus, just because he's so cool. It looks like to me what they did was they said, hey, we need to make 6-Shot into this line. So they got the old 6-Shot G1 toy and said, let's just make him exactly like this, but more updated and more articulated. That's what it feels like to me, because as I was messing with him and I put him next to my G1 6-Shot in his different modes, I can see where they look almost identical. I mean, there are a few things here and there, but it almost look identical. So we'll see that as we go into their modes. But he comes with these 2 guns here, And I don't think they're the best guns. I think they could have done a better job with these guns, but you know what? That's okay. They're both the exact same gun. You can see it's just kind of like a white rifle, if you will. And they're both the same, just opposite sides. And these two will connect, just like this. And these will peg into him in his different modes. And you can get a little Titan Master and Sit 'em inside right there. So there's the guns like that. We'll pull those off to the side. And here he is right here in front of us. He looks really neat. He looks just like the G1 colors. He's got his nice greens. He's got some whites, black, silver paints, really nice silver paints. Some purples into it as well. Some reds inside the forearms there. He's got stickers that were already applied to him from the factory. So he's got those like foil color stickers there. Decepticon logo there. Purple, silverish, and then yellow there. On his wing, he's got a Decepticon logo sticker right there. You can see that pretty well there. Zoom in on that. And they apply them, and they're actually not too bad. I mean, I don't know how they apply them at the factory. I doubt one person goes by and applies them on all the figures. So however they do it, they apply them pretty decently. So there's that one. Down here on the leg, you get another one. And at least on my figure, this one's kind of pilling up right here at this end right there. You can see that a little bit. So there's that right there. But he's got one on both sides of his legs. One on that side of the leg and one on the other side of the leg as well. So that one you can see is a little bit misapplied right there. So it is what it is. No biggie. As far as articulation for him, his head does go all the way around. And it doesn't really look up because it's one of those helmet heads that go like that and then the Titan Master pops out. But it does kind of look down and he can look straight. The arms themselves, you can fold these out of the way. Now these, unlike the G1 toy, these will not fold in on themselves. They actually hide away a different way, and I'll show you that when we get into this transformation. But the arms themselves will go all the way around 360. They come out at the shoulder about that much. And you can probably get them out a little bit more if you were to pop this out of place here and tilt it, but that looks kind of silly. And this is mainly just for transformation, so we're going to leave that in just like that. Down here, these do rotate right here at the bottom of the bicep there. He's got less than 90-degree angle right here at the arm. But if you want to get more, all you got to do is simply pop out his forearm like that, and you can get a full 90-degree, but then you get a little bit of gappage right here at the top of his forearm. So, again, that's up to you how you want to do that. Down here on the hands, they do not rotate at the wrist. They do fold away back here, and so you get kind of a tilt, but that's kind of useless because I don't think you can do anything with that. Down here, there is no waist rotation at all. On the hips themselves, come on, get out of the way. The hips themselves, he can move his leg out to the side here. This hip skirt does lift up, so you get a full leg lift like this. But the back of the hip skirt doesn't move at all, like it won't move, so you don't get a full range back like that. However, you saw it happen there. You get a full 90-degree lean right there, so that's good. And then down here, there's no articulation at the knee, but up on the top of the hip here, you got the swivel right there, so you can swivel that in and out. Down here on the foot, you got articulation on the toe. It can tilt down and or up, mainly up because it folds away for transformation, but you can tilt it down. You can kind of tilt these out if you want to get a wider stance, but then you get way too wide because that is way too much. There's no in-between. There's that one, and then there's that one. So there's no like in-between spot that it'll hold. Now, if you kind of get in, slowly move it, and just kind of hold it there, you can get it to stay. And maybe if you want to get a wider stance on him, but realistically, that's what you get right there. Looking at him in the back right here, he's got gappage. I mean, a lot of these figures have gappage. You can see the gap again back here on his forearm here where his hand hides away. Down here on the bottom of his leg, he's got this gap right here. Up in here, he's got a little bit of gappage. So that's one of the things I know a lot of collectors don't care for is all the gappage here. But again, you know what? It doesn't bother me a whole lot. I think because we're not paying an extreme amount of money for these figures. And then this figure right here, and there's more gap right here. But this figure right here, I think is well worth the price it's going to end up being because it's just an awesome looking figure. Like I say, it's just like a G1 6-shot. So that is there. Let me bring in some other figures to compare him with as far as size. We're going to start off with the leader class guys. So there's leader class Soundwave there. You can kind of see just how tall he is next to him. They are about the same height there. Soundwave and him are the same height right there, head to head. Soundwave made me look a little bit bigger, but realistically he's not. They're about the same height. I'm going to bring in Power Master Optimus Prime. And again, you can see that they are about, let me scoot these guys over. They are all about the same height. So there he is next to Prime. Here he is with Voyager class Galvatron. So see what he looks like next to a Voyager. And then just because, here is Combiner Wars. All right, Prime, you're going to have to step off to the side here. Combiner Wars, Leader Class, Ultra Magnus. Now, I did not watch the whole series of the Japanese Headmasters, but I guess they went at it at some point. So there they are next to each other, so you can kind of see the way they look together like that. Alright, now I'm going to bring in G1 Six Shot and show him off. Now mind you, mine is at worse for wear. So he's missing his guns. Also his knees are really bad, so if I just barely touch him, he wants to go backwards like that. So something broke inside the knees. I don't know when, but... And then also Terminus Hexatron. So this is show what he looks like with these guys. It's really neat looking there. We can see just different variations of Six Shot. And I don't know, he really looks like that G1 toy. If we take a look at him, I mean, you got the same colors here. This is obviously a little bit different, but these hang off to the side just like the G1 toy. It does right there. You got the wheels. Actually, these wheels sit in the back, but you got the wheels there. You got the wheels up here like this, and don't follow me, buddy. These obviously just like that, so really indicative of the G1 toy, I think. All right, so we're gonna go and transform him. One thing I wanted to say is with the guns, if you don't want them sitting in his hands, you can hide them away in different ways. On the back here, if you wanted to, you can take them, and you got two spots right here. You can kind of just hide this one in like this, and put this other one right here. And so that way, when he's in his robot mode, if you want him holding them, they can sit on his back, and they'll hang down like that. Or alternatively, you could take them, have them sit up, and this one you want the handle to be sticking outwards like this. And you take that, and you can have them like this, and now you have them, but they'll be sitting up in between his wings there. So there's two options there. A third option, if you really wanted to, you can just take these here, which are supposed to sit right there on the side. You can fold them forward like this, and you can get one of the guns here and just plug them into that hole right there, and then have them sitting off of his shoulder like that. So very different options if you want to, if you don't want him holding them. So there you go. Let's get that off there. All right, so let's go and transform him. So first thing I'm gonna do, you don't have to do this. You can leave the head in there the whole time, but I'm gonna take it out because I want to talk about that. And then also I'm gonna have him sitting in his other modes whenever he's transformed. So you can leave the head in there the whole time if you want. So take that out, fold this down like this. The head's gonna fold away into there. I like to flip this around and have this piece sitting towards the back, and I'll explain why later. So that sits in like that. These are gonna fold up like this, and they're gonna stow away right inside these slots right here. So like I said earlier, versus them crossing like that, they're going to stow away like that. So there's that. Let's get a better look at his headmaster here. So there's the head there. And again, like I said, I think they did a great job on the head. They did a really nice job on the paint right here. This white paint looks really cool. The red eyes look neat. They have this logo right here, and it's a symbol rather. And when I was looking it up, it's I think it's called kanji. It's the kanji lettering or number for the number 6. And so if I'm wrong, please let me know, but I read that. And then I was reading, all right, well, what's kanji? And kanji is a combination of like Chinese and I think in Japanese and some other dialect, I think. And that's where they get that from. So that's pretty cool they did that there. Let's open this up here. Just fold them down just like another Headmaster or Titan Master. And then there he is. So he's green and he's white and he's small. And again, since I said I didn't really watch the whole Titan or the whole Headmasters line movie from the Japanese cartoon, I read up on him, and he's supposedly a guy named Jack who was killed because of Six Shot there. So it's kind of morbid if you think that they put him in with this figure. But anyways, and again, if I'm wrong on that, please let me know. But I had read that. So all right, let's get into transformation here. So, first things first, like I said, we're going to go ahead and put him into that tank mode. So we're going to fold away the hands like this. Fold away the hand. These are going to fold, or turn like this, rather. And these are going to fold down. That peg right there is going to go into that slot that's right there. So just fold that down. Snap that into place. Snap that one into place. These legs are basically going to fold up like this. And like this. And then you're going to fold in these feet. These are going to fold back like that, so they're going to be his guns. So fold that back. And just tilt this out like this. And kind of lean it forward. Because inside here, there's a hinge here. And there's a hinge in there as well. So when you do this, you're going to undo that just like this. Just pop that out like that. And then as it comes up, you're going to kind of slide this. Let's see if I can do it here. Slide this down like that. So that way it kind of fills it up there. And that's going to give you the range you want right here. Okay? And then the last thing you want to do is you want to pop out the extension of the forearms there. So pull that out like that. Pull this one out like that. And slide these over behind him. Slide that over behind him. And here he is in his tank mode. It's kind of like a hover tank. Oh, actually, one more thing. These need to fold over like that. Or twist around, I should say. So rotate those around like that. And now there he is for sure. So this is kind of like a hover tank, if you will, mode. Let me get that situated. And it's okay. It's not, I mean, it's not, ooh, super awesome. But I mean, again, it is like the G1 toy. So the wheels, I say it's a hover because, like, I mean, you see the treads right here. Why didn't I do that? What happened there? Oh, that's what it is. Man, I forgot that too. Look at me. I'm slacking. Okay. There we go for sure. I don't know what the heck's wrong with me. So anyways, like I said, these are the treads right here. But I say hover because this kind of looks like maybe like the front of a hover vehicle like this right here. So he does have wheels though. He's got wheels down here. Right there. And then he's got a wheel down here. So he does actually roll pretty decently if we make him roll. So like I said, he rolls pretty decent. So it's not too bad. The guns themselves, you can hide them away or store them, I should say. You can either put them right here, which is where we had him sitting when we didn't want him in his hands in robot mode. So you can situate them like that if you want to. Or the transformation shows that they're supposed to sit here on the side on this little purple peg right here. And with that, what you're going to do is you're going to take them off. And right here, you see this little slot. They just kind of sit right there into that. Just like that. And now you get that kind of a tank mode there. And you can get the little Titan Master dude. Transform him up. And he's going to sit inside this cockpit right there. So get that. Put that inside there. Sit down all the way, buddy. Just pick up his arm, see if that helps out. Yeah. And there you are. So now you got him inside there. Now, if you got another little Titan Master, I have one right here. You can just take him if you want to, and you can just kind of hitch a ride right here on the side right here. So you can do that. You can put another one here. There's other little spots everywhere you can just put these little dudes on. So there he is right there. Articulation here. These raise, if you want to raise them like for firing. The only thing I will say that's mainly negative about this mode is nothing really tabs into place. Like these arms don't tab in anywhere right here. They don't go flopping around, but still they're there. These don't tab in side to side here either. Like I would think they would have made like a little tab spot for these, but they don't. So it's kind of sit like that. So that's one that's just kind of like meh. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna transform the other two, and we're gonna get them in to show them off. Okay, and here they are, all three in their alt modes. Hexatron, Titan Master, or Titan's Return, I should say, and then G1. So looking at the three of them, you can tell that these two look more the same than he looks into any of them. So I always thought this was one of the weaker modes of this one here. It just didn't sit right with me. It looked more like, I don't know, kind of like a Scorpion, I guess, because the way everything was, and I don't know. I just didn't care for this one. So pull them out to the side. Let's focus on these two guys. So like I said, if we look at them, and man, mine is beat up really bad. If we look at them, we can see where they took everything from here and kind of just, like I said, updated it here. These are still the same way, folded up just like this. The wings are the same here. Coming along into the sides of them. The way things fold up in the back are the same. I mean, they were over here as well, but again, just style-wise, these look more like they were made from the same idea, if you will. And then the treads here, down here on the back, treads on the front look the same. Coming around to the back like that. And then underneath, we can see more of how they look very similar to each other. So if we look at them, again, the hideaway here, you got the wheels that roll right here, the center wheel right here. So aside from this piece right here, like I said, these hide away now. I mean, they look almost identical underneath as far as the way they stylize them. So I think that was really cool like that. Like I said, I am missing the guns for him that would normally sit right here. And I don't think these from him will fit inside there, or at least hold the weight right, but I'm going to try. So, no, they won't hold in there, but still, if I had the G1 guns, they could sit inside there and kind of mimic this right here. So, there you go. All right, now I'm going to go and take him out of the way, and we're going to go and start focusing on his transformation. Okay, so like I was saying, we're going to go ahead and put this one into the airplane mode. So start with airplane mode. We're going to take these two off just like this. We're going to come down here. We're going to fold these out like so. I'll leave these open for right now. Take the arms, just kind of get them out of the way for right now. These part here, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make them into their shorter mode. So you want to take the legs, and you got to get the wings up too. So you got to take the legs, and you're going to fold them in at this joint here, and just fold that in and collapse it into itself. So like this. And here you got to make sure you hear that snap. Like that. So take this one, fold it in, and like I said, you have to make sure you hear that snap, and I'll tell you why. So you fold that. So now the reason you have to hear that snap, because if you don't, and you rotate this around like this, if you don't hear that snap, when you try and peg these in together, they are not going to peg in well. And so it took me a while, and I was trying to get these to peg in right, and everything kept on coming done. Like down here, I was getting frustrated because these peg in, they peg in right here into that slot, and then this pegs into here right here. And so I kept doing it. Every time I tried to mess with it, something would come undone. And I couldn't figure it out. And then finally I was messing with trying to get all this back together, and then I heard it snap, and then I pegged it in, and I was like, oh, okay, well good, then that holds it in. So you peg these in just like this, and then here you're going to fold these in onto themselves. So one goes in, and then the other one goes in. Now these peg in as well, so these can be a little bit difficult to get out once you got to transform it. You can sit here and try and get with it with your fingernail, but sometimes they're hard to get out. So instead of getting a tool and trying to open it up, the best way to do that is just remember which one you folded in second. So basically which one was on top, which would have been this one here. You're going to take this and just fold it up and then pull it down, and that's going to bring this up. And that's real easy. The first time I was trying to sit there messing with it, and then I don't know what I did, but I think I folded this in, then I was like, oh, wait a minute, let me do something. I did that, and all of a sudden it came undone, and I was like, oh, easy. So that's how you want to do that, okay? So just FYI, let's make sure these are tabbed in. Okay, let's close it up again. All right, we're going to put this one down like this, close that one down, and again, make sure that these are just tabbed in all together. And this is going to be the top of the airplane mode right here. So we're going to take these, fold these down like this, fold these down like that, and you want to make sure if you don't have them already turned, these got to face the bottom. So that way, basically, like the slanted part is going to be down here at the bottom and not the top. There you go. Get all that straightened up like that. And then over here on these, you want to take these and rotate them. And these are going to have to sit like this. So let me show you that. So rotate these. These have to sit on the outside like this. And these actually have to pop out right here. And these are going to come down just like this. Okay. So rotate this, pull this out like this. And then situate that to sit just like that. Okay. Now you got that sitting in like this. These are going to rotate in like this. And smash in. Rotate in like this. And smash in like that. And then coming down here to the bottom, just take the wings. Fold them down like that. They can snap in like this. And, well, actually, let's not smash them in. Fold them out like that. If you smash them in, you won't get these wings to articulate. Now, you could, if you want to, the instructions don't show. The instructions show these at the bottom, but you could essentially, if you wanted to, pull these up and pop them in like that on the side, but then the treads sit on the side, and that would allow you to peg these in and give you more room right here. So you see that? But again, if you do that, then you have these treads sitting here on the side. So, but with them like that, you really can't get these to peg in all that well, because then the treads are in the way right here. So you're either going to do one or the other. You're either going to have them pegged in and have this room, or leave them unpegged and have the wing to float around just like this. So your choice. But I'm going by the official transformation, and that does not show them to be pegged in on the side like that. So we're going to leave this at the bottom, leave that like that, and then pull the wings out like this. Okay. Let's see. All right. Then get the guns. They're going to peg in right here on the side like this. One gun here. The other gun right over here. And then down here on the bottom, there's a piece of landing gear that you can go ahead and just pop out. So pull that up. And now you have landing gear. And then here's where that fake little cockpit kind of comes into play for his plane mode. Right there. And then I have... He's still sitting right inside there. So you can take him out, put him... You can take him out right now. And if you want to, you can have him sitting somewhere up here. But it wouldn't make any sense. Why would he go sitting inside there, right? So you can just leave him inside there. Just like that. So we'll put him back in there just because. Close that up. And there's the plane mode, just like that. So let me pause real quick. I'm going to come back, and we're going to have the other two in their plane mode so we can check them out. Alright, and we're back. So here they are, three in their plane modes. Over here, more of a Cybertronian. I don't know if this was based off the comics or what, so if you guys know what this was based off of, please let me know. I just don't know. I just always thought it was cool, and that's why I picked it up. So there's that one there. These two are more based off of, looks like the same exact idea. Oh, you know what? One thing I didn't do here? Let's pop these out. There we go. Now we got the extra little wing bits there. I knew something was off there. Okay, so mine doesn't have the guns again, like I said, so I'm missing the guns in that. But if we look at them, aside from that, I mean, they look like, again, they appear to be the same idea. You know, they look exactly the same, so really neat. Landing gear on the bottom right here. I don't remember if that was landing gear or not. I can't really. I know it's a trigger when it's in its gun mode, but aside from that, I don't remember what else it was for. So here we are there, and these two are almost the same size. Just a little bit shorter here. Actually, by end to end there, they look to be about the same size. I don't know how I picked up my camera, but they actually look to be the same size as far as length. So, yeah, let's do this. Let's put him there. We'll sit him on top. And that is foot to foot. So G1 is just a little bit taller, it looks like. And then as far as him with, I'm going to use Astrotrain again. Here is next to Astrotrain. You can see the difference here between him and Astrotrain. Astrotrain being a Voyager, him being a leader class. And so the size difference is a lot. You can see that. So that's really cool. I like this mode a lot. I just like this figure altogether. So there's that mode there. Let's get these guys out of the way. And then we're going to go ahead and move on into the next mode. Just pop these off like this. And you're going to have to put these two together, and they tab in with those tabs just like that. And plug those into each other just like so. This will separate just like this. Now on this one, you want to separate these legs because you want these into the longer mode, not the short mode that they are right now. So we're going to undo the legs, open them up, extend these down like this. Open this up, extend that down just like that. And they're going to go ahead and tab into each other once more. So let's get them to tab into each other right there. All right there, come on, legs, work with me. There we go, let's put this away. All right. So these, you'll fold around to the side like this. And then these are going to, let's turn these around this way. Just like so, that way you don't leave the gaps on there. And these are going to tab into, that tab goes in that slot right there on the side there. So just take that, tab that over like that, do the same thing on this side here, tab that over into that, just like that. And these are going to stay open like this, as far as in the front here. These don't go in together. So these, the two guns, they want you to get these and situate them onto this spot right here. So these will go on there just like that. Now over here, you're going to pick up the lion's head, or the wolf's head, like that. And you see these two little tabs by his ears? Those are going to go into that slot, one right there, and then the other slot right over there. So you lock that up into that. Yeah, let me get on camera there, just like that. Take this one, do the same thing, just tab it into that slot right there. Like so. And then over here on this side here, you're going to take this, now you're going to fold this down like this. That locks onto the side right there. This one goes onto the side right there. These rotate up like this. This one rotates up like this. And now you have what's essentially like a, I guess, a boat mode of sorts, if you will. Let's put these away as well. I'm going to tuck those back in. So now you have kind of like a boatish mode, I guess. It's kind of weak. I know what they were going for. I'm going to tell you next what they're going for. First, let me get the other two guys, put them into this mode, and then we'll come right back. So be right back. Okay, and here we go. So there they all are. Again, kind of a boatish mode, I guess. I don't know. That one looks more kind of like a boat because of the shape of it than they do. And I may not have this one transformed 100%. I don't remember the instructions for him showing this mode, but I could be wrong. So what I think they were going for, without telling us, because like I said, they didn't want us to have a gun, was that being a gun mode. Because if you take him and you just pop these two off like this, flip this around here like this, you can take these two, even if you left them on the bottom right there, just like this. That essentially is like the way the G1 gun looks, is like this. I mean, realistically, that is the G1 gun. So let me show you here. We're going to take him, flip him around, and because really that's the way the gun is supposed to be. Now, mind you, like I said, I'm missing the two guns that go here. And if I had those two guns, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you have the G1 toy, you know the way it goes. Now, these obviously can fold in like this or twist in, however you want the gun to look, style-wise. You know, you can have it as the gun. So, even though they showed us this boat thing as the official transformation, that is the gun right there. So, the way you can make it even look more like the G1 gun is you pop these two off here, and they're not supposed to peg in on the side right here, but you can get them to peg in using those little slots. There's one there, and there's one there at the bottom there. So if you take this, and I think the handle has to stick up like this, and just kind of use this little slot right here, and it's not going to be a tight fit. It may pop out, but if you just take that and slip that over like that, and then take this one and do that same thing right there, slip that over that same spot right there, you can get a recreation of the G1 gun there. So, I don't know about you, but to me, that looks pretty spot on. So, when I was talking about having like a 7th mode, that's the mode I was talking about there, because that looks just like a gun. You know, a Cybertronian gun, you see those pop off really easily. So, but that is that, essentially, if you want to do that. And you can just situate this however you want. But again, this whole thing tabs together perfectly, so that way you can have an actual handle on it. So that's why I think that is what that is. So my battery's about to die. So let me pause. I'm going to come right back and we're going to transform him back. Let's get these guys out of the way. We're going to go into now his, I guess, like armored car mode for him. So let's get these guns out of the way here. And then from here, all you're going to do is you're going to pop this back open. And earlier when I said that the reason why I want the head facing backwards is because right here, when you see this gap in here, you notice that there's this huge gap, and we'll see it in his wolf mode. But if we had to flip the other way, when he doesn't have the headmaster inside there, or the Titan Master, all you would see is the gap of that helmet. So it fills it in a little bit better, showing this right inside there. So let's see. Yeah, right inside there. So all right, let's put this head back in like this. Take these, and we got to put these back into their short mode. So take that, slide that in like this, fold that up, make you hear it snap. Go in, again, make sure you hear it snap. Tab these together like so. These are going to fold in, again, on themselves like this. Here, just flip out these 2 feet like this. Just like that. Over here on these are going to rotate. Let's pull that out. These are going to rotate like this. And you got to have this arm extended out, because what's going to happen is you're going to plug this little peg right into that slot right there. So take that, fold it down, plug that into itself like this. Just ending on this side here, rotate it around, extend the arm, plug that in, just like so. This has got to go, let's rotate that around. That's got to go in like that. All right, now we're having the armored car. There we go, make sure everything is snapped in together. And these will come down like this. You can peg them back into the sides like that. Fold these down like this. Fold that down like so. Take the guns, and you can situate them either like this if you want, or I think the instructions show that they're supposed to be using this peg like this. So we'll just do that. We're going to peg them in away like that. And now you have this little armored car mode like this, which is really cool. I like this one. This one's neat. It rolls really well. Where did I leave him? Oh, I left him inside here. Just take him out. And we can put him, if we want to, he can be driving right up in here. You get another little Titan Master. You can put him on here as well. Be riding with him. You can have a guy in the back here if you're imagining that maybe they control these guns here. You can have a little guy sitting in the back right here, shooting that way, whichever way you want. But again, you get lots of little spots up here that you can put Titan Masters. There's pegs right here, this peg's right here. Like I said, you can put somebody in this cockpit right here. So depending on how you want to do it, and this sticker's already starting to come off a lot. So there's that little mode right there. Again, let me take a quick break. I'm going to put the other 2 guys into their little armored tank car modes, and then we'll be right back. Alright, so here they are in their armored car mode, if you will. So we see Hexatron over here. And these 2 guys. So again, here is Titan's Return. Here's G1. Again, they look very similar to each other, just like they did in the other modes. So I really like the way this one looks in this mode right here. It looks really cool. It looks real sleek, real streamlined, if you will. And again, it rolls really well. So we can see that rolls really, really well. Let's get these 2 guys out of the way real quick. Put them to the side. Show the size of him with him. Now he's a lot bigger over here. There are some modes where they look the same size, but in this mode he's a lot bigger here. So he's more compact. Bringing again Astrotrain for size reference on this. Astrotrain here is just a little bit bigger at the nose. Right there. So just right at the nose, he's just a little bit bigger on this section right here. As far as height-wise, if we take away the guns here, they sit about the same height. I know it's kind of hard to see from the angle I am with the camera, but they sit at about the same height right here. So he's a little bit taller right here. I'm saying wheel to wing here. Obviously, he's a lot taller with all this other stuff right here, but wheel to wing right there, they sit about the same height, if you will. Get out of the way here, buddy. And we're going to get into the last mode, which is the wolf mode. Flying winged wolf mode, I guess, if you will. So I really do like that car. I think that car looks really good. Let's get on that. Just to show that off again. I mean, it looks really good. Really neat. Okay. Next mode. wolf mode. Let's pull these wings up, pop these off. Whoa, zoom out first of all. Pop these off just like this. Pull these up. Get the wolf head up out of the way. And we'll do this back like that. Undo this. Undo this like this. This comes forward. This comes forward. This folds around to the front again like so. Folds around to the front again like that. Collapse this in, the forearm in like this. Collapse that forearm in like that. Pull out the paw like this. Pull out this paw just like this. These are going to come, they were in this position, now you got to take them and fold them forward. Pull them up, fold them up like that. Pull those up like that. And take this here, we're going to open these up. Take those off like that. Let's get all this undone again. So these are going to fold around like this. Actually, let's see. No, that goes around, yeah. That's got to go around just like that. But you got to make them long. Again, because you're going to utilize that double joint on the knee there, because in the robot mode, the actual knee does bend forward like this. And that's because of this mode right here. So let's take this, we're going to fold these up. Fold it up like that. And essentially, there he is in his wolf mode. The flying wolf mode right there. So now you take his headmaster or Titan Master, fold him down, get him back into his head form, and in order to fill in this gap right here, that's where he's going to plug into. So you're going to take him and you're just going to situate him right inside there just like this, right there, and again just fill in that gap right there. So that fills in that gap. Like I said, you still have this gap here. That's why I said it's good to have the face pointing forward so that way you don't see the empty slot there. And then here you can just get a Titan Master and you can have him standing up here, controlling him, sitting like that, and that way you have him in this wing. You can even get a guy, put him right here. But so that essentially is the wolf mode right there. So the winged wolf mode is pretty cool. I like the way it looks. The jaw here will open up. You gotta have to kind of get a finger in there. There you go. The jaw can open up like this. And now you got his mouth like that. You don't really get any articulation here on the head, as far as like on the neck. He can go up and down, but he doesn't look down all that far either. So that's kind of a weak spot there. The wings can move. You can get them to flap if you want them to. Let's see. It's got his back toes here. These here will act as the back claws here. You got the gaps back here in the back. The one thing we are missing that I need to plug in is the tail. So let's get this guy out of the way. So you're going to take these two, put them together again like this. Then you utilize these two holes here to go into those right there. And then you'll get his tail right there on the back. So let me bring in the other two guys into their wolf forms. And then we can see how they look off. So here is Terminus Hexatron. And here is the G1 in his wolf mode. I did like Terminus's wolf head. I thought that was really cool. Man, he looked really neat right there. It looked pretty scary. So that one was a good one right there. That goes close. There you go. So these look all closer in style, if you will, than the other modes did. I'll put this around this way. And I don't know that I have this 100% accurate or not, to be honest. But it wasn't really about him. It was more about him. And really what I wanted to do is just show off just how they made this look like that. And actually these two, yeah, they'll stay there. For transformation, they show that they stay right here on the front. But again, if you want, you can put these two on the side like this. So it's up to you how you want to do it. You can have them like that as well. But the official transformation shows them sitting here on the front. But there he is. Like I said, I know this was a long video. I'm sure I missed some things. I was trying just to cover his different modes. I wanted to show him off with these two guys here. I didn't really go into detail about a whole lot of stuff, I know. I'm sure I skipped a lot of it, but like I said, I wanted to just kind of show them all off so you can kind of get an idea of what he looks like. Size comparison, I'm going to bring in him since he's a beast as well. So for those that have him, just so you can kind of see what size he is next to him. And I forget his name. I forgot his name in my other review too. So I'm just horrible when it comes to remembering the names. But there he is right there. For him being a Voyager and him being a leader, they're not too far off scale. As far as beast modes go, we look at that. They look about the same length here. He looks a little bit longer because of his tail. He's taller in this mode right here. But as far as like length of them both, I mean, they're just about the same length. That looks really cool together like that. Like I said, I apologize if I've forgotten anything. I was trying to show off a lot and just get a lot into this. But again, like I started off saying, Toy Dojo will be giving one of these away. Again, tomorrow, we're going to go ahead and do the video for the rules. It's going to be simple rules. You're going to basically have, I believe, 3 ways to get your name in the proverbial hat, if you will. And we'll explain more of that tomorrow. But the contest will run, I think right now we said about 2 weeks. And then at the end of the second week, we're going to go ahead and tally up all the votes. And then the thought is right now, anyways, to do a live YouTube broadcast pulling out the name of the winner. And then whoever that winner is will get one of these here. So again, pay attention tomorrow to that video, please. We're going to be very descriptive on the rules. And just please follow the rules. Again, I'll mention that tomorrow in the vid. But just follow the rules, please. We want to be as fair as we can. And make sure that everybody gets an equal opportunity to try and enter and win this guy here. Again, please like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends and families. And I guess that's it. Until next time, you guys, please stay safe.